Welcome back. Rico Money Bags, the channel helping you invest in yourself so we can invest in the future. Today, we're going to be talking about the 1 billion trading volume for the BlackRock ETF. We're going to do some Bitcoin price prediction, technical analysis. I've been in some awesome spaces and people have been asking me, what do I think the prices are going to do? And we mentioned in past videos, you guys can check the receipts, that I've been saying that we are in a bull market. I'm not one of the YouTubers that 1 minute it's a red Bitcoin thumbnail, then it's a green one. We can check the receipts on my channel. I've been saying that we're in a bull market for a long time already. And the technical analysis is going to show everybody, because there's some old trend lines on there that I had set when I just looked at it. But let's go over this article. Let's see what the sentiment is saying. Now that we're cruising at a 1.2 or 2.1, disregard that, $2.1 trillion market cap, Bitcoin's moving and grooving, and obviously the overall market is bullish. We do have the bears trying to push us down at 60K, but we'll talk about that after this. I think it's important for us to understand why Bitcoin is pumping. And it has a lot to do with this, right? So we got BlackRock Bitcoin ETF surpasses 1 billion in trading volume for the second consecutive day. That's 2 days, back to back. 2 days, not one, 2 days, okay? So keep that in mind, that there's gonna be more ETFs that go live. This is not gonna stop anytime soon. I'm just so happy for everybody to be here on the channel. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and take advantage of the Moneybags Mansion link down below. Something special is just days away. And I'm just so eager to let everybody know this is something that's been going on for a while. But this video is going to be about Bitcoin and the prices of Bitcoin, what people have been asking me. So make sure you guys watch to the very end. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what you think. But definitely tap in on that Moneybags Mansion link. You guys do not want to miss out on that. So let's see what they got to say about this. So let's zoom in a little bit so we can all see it. So we got BlackRock. BlackRock iShares Bitcoin Trust IBIT has once again captured the spotlight in the cryptocurrency market, with this daily trading volume surpassing 1 billion for the second consecutive day. This remarkable feat underscores the growing significance of the institutional investment vehicle in the digital asset space. It's crazy how they're talking about us now, right? Those who have been, 10 toes down, stay down for the come up. You guys already know that we've been talking about crypto for a while, and they were always talking negative, but we're still early. We're still here. We're not going nowhere, and they're not going to shake us. They're not going to shake us. And I even said before the Bitcoin ETF went live, no matter what, in our pattern, we have the Bitcoin rainbow chart, and the halving is coming up regardless. So, but now we got ETF, we have the halving. We have interest rates that got to come down because they're too high. This is like a perfect storm for Bitcoin to really do some kind of super cycle. If there was ever going to be a super cycle, right now will be the time to kick that thing off. Let's continue. We got IBIT's exceptional trading volume demonstrates the increased interest from institutional investors in gaining exposure to Bitcoin. As the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock foray into the cryptocurrency market through IBIT signals a significant shift in sentiment towards the digital asset among traditional finance institutions, which is true. The minute BlackRock kind of changed their view on Bitcoin, everybody started jumping on board, right? Because what's going to happen is you're not going to actually own a Bitcoin through these ETFs. Make sure that you guys own your own Bitcoin, not your keys, not your crypto. But these guys are basically going to be taxing you guys on fees nonstop. And that's why they're all gun-ho Bitcoin, because they see the potential money that you guys get to put into their funds and stuff like that, right? These are your funds now. The game has changed. We own the game, but we're not going to downplay that we want this exposure, right? Because let's face it, if it was not for an ETF and the sentiment right now with this halving going on, that bear market was rough. I want everybody to be honest, so like that we can prepare for the next cycle, because life is secular, right? And I want to make sure that we're on point with that. But let's stay ready right now. We're in the bull market. We're on the heels of the bull run. Let's continue. Monday record-breaking trading volumes were followed by another impressive performance from IBIT on Tuesday, with approximately 1 point and some change billion worth of shares traded. This sustained surge in trading activity highlights the growing confidence among investors in Bitcoin-related investment products, particularly ETFs, as a viable asset class. It's been an asset class, and not only is it a viable asset class, it's a scarce asset class. We can go mine more gold. We can print more dollars. We can't make no more Bitcoin. I need you guys to understand there's billions of people on this earth. Billions with a B. There's only 21 million with an M Bitcoin ever going to be made. If you guys rock with me on this channel, if you guys still watching to this point, tap in on the Money Bags Mansion. You guys are going to see why. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And our goal is to acquire as much as this BTC no matter what, okay? So let's continue, because this is more than a viable asset. Like I said, we can't get no more of it. That's it. And when gold became an ETF, it skyrocketed for 8 years straight. It just kept going up, kept going up, kept going up, didn't slow down. And gold didn't have no utility, right? I talked about this in the space yesterday. Big shout out to the Volted community. If you guys don't know who they are, make sure you guys tap in, because we talked on this topic yesterday and it made me want to do this video, and I got to give them their flowers. But we talked about this. When gold became an ETF, it didn't have no real utility. It just made it easy for you to transact gold, because you don't want to be moving gold around and doing transactions like that. It made it electronical, made it easy. But gold really never acquired any technology. Gold also, if the price goes up, people will go open up an old gold mine to mine that gold, because now it's profitable again. So there's still tons of gold to be mined. It's just not profitable at the moment. But let the price of gold keep going up and they'll open old gold mines. Shout out to Arizona. I got to see some of these firsthand. They do exist and there's still gold in the land. So best believe that. I've seen it with my own eyes. But Bitcoin is different. Bitcoin is a technology, a scarce asset class that only is going to have 21 million ever minted and has technology behind it, right? Has where people are going to use the blockchain technology for either title loans or you know, their liens on their house, whatever it might be, but it has technology behind it. We weren't doing that with gold when it became an ETF. And there's only, what can we do when ETH becomes an ETF? Because ETH is going to be an ETF. You might want to front run that right now. Not financial advice. Positioning BlackRock as a key player in the crypto market, BlackRock entry into the crypto space has further cemented its position as a key player in the market, with IBIT consistently leading the pack in daily trading volume. BlackRock is poised to play a significant role in shaping the future of digital asset investments. Okay, the consecutive days of 1 billion plus trading volume for BlackRock's Bitcoin fund underscores the institution's commitment to exposing investors to the emerging asset classes. And they put classes right there. As the demand for Bitcoin related investments, we got to read in between these lines. We have to read in between these lines. I need you guys, because I want these testimonies. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Those who have been subscribed, the OGs to this channel, the veterans, I want those testimonies. And this is where it's going to come from, where you guys say, you know what? Rico Moneybags let us know on the channel. He's been, you know, not always trying to be right, but always trying to be honest with you guys. And this is kind of letting us know this is where it's going, and not kind of honest, being honest with you guys, even when it's ugly, right? That's what a lot of people don't do. Even when it's ugly, they don't want to keep it real. But even if it's ugly, I'm going to be honest with you guys. But right now, they're letting us know related investment products continues to grow. BlackRock's presence in the market is likely to further legitimize and mainstream cryptocurrency as a legitimate investment option. Although IBIT stood out with its impressive trading volume, it's noteworthy that other Bitcoin ETFs also saw substantial inflow during the same period. For instance, the Fidelity Wise Origin Bitcoin Fund, FBTC, and the ARK 21 Shares Bitcoin ETF, ARKB, witnessed notable influxes of 243 million and 131 million respectively. So the money's coming in. It's not going to stop. This is it right here. This is what we've been waiting for. It's time to sound the trumpet and let everybody know. So the robust trading activity observed with BTC or with FBTC, where volume soared beyond 400 million, is particularly interesting. These signify a broad spectrum of investors' engagement across different Bitcoin funds, highlighting the growing interest and confidence in cryptocurrencies among investors. So, you know, we got that right there. We got a little bit more. We're going to keep going because this is important for us to really get all this in and understand that we got this conviction that this is really happening. So the significant inflow of these alternative ETFs underscore a shifting landscape where investors diversified their exposure to digital assets beyond the traditional options, such as IBIT, indicating a maturing market and an evolving investment landscape in cryptocurrency. Implications for cryptocurrency market. Let's go. Let's do this. We got the sustained surge in trading volume for IBIT reflects a broader trend of institutional adoption of cryptocurrencies as more traditional financial institutions like BlackRock embrace digital assets. The cryptocurrency market is witnessing a seismic dynamic shift. It's happening right now. I'm letting everybody know on the channel, like I have been saying on the channel. Tomorrow you're not going to see a red Bitcoin thumbnail. I'm not sure if everybody likes that or whatever. It seems to work for whatever reason. But 1 minute it's a green thumbnail, 1 minute it's a red one. Bitcoin's going up. It's either going to go to zero or it's going to the moon. So you guys let me know down in the comments, where do you believe Bitcoin's going? Is it going to zero or is it going to the moon? All this in between, to be honest with everybody, it's going to be irrelevant in the future. So institutional investors increasingly recognize Bitcoin's potential as a store of value and a hedge against inflation, driving demand for investment products that offer exposure to digital currencies. With BlackRock leading the charge, the cryptocurrency market is entering a new phase of maturity, categorized by greater institutional participation and mainstream acceptance. As BlackRock Bitcoin ETF garners significant traction in the market, the stage is set for further growth and innovation in the digital asset space, with institutional interest showing no signs of waning. It's not going to slow down. Cryptocurrencies are poised to play an increasingly prominent role in the global financial landscape. Now we're talking about Bitcoin, right? But we are going to mention the altcoins. Why would there not be altcoin ETFs? Come on, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. It's going to happen. People are going to print. There's going to be some testimonies in that Moneybags Mansion link down below. So continue momentum amid the Bitcoin price rally. The surge in trading volume comes amidst a sustained rally in the price of Bitcoin BTC, with Bitcoin surpassing that $57,000 mark on the given day, representing a 5% increase in the last 24 hours and a remarkable 10% surge compared to the previous week. Investors' interest in digital assets remain robust. It's not going nowhere. It's not going nowhere. Remember, I said it to everybody, we're not going to wait till Bitcoin hits 69,000. Man, if you rock with me, you guys heard me say it a million times. We're not going to wait till it hits 69,000 to say the bull runs back. We know it's here. We know it's here. We can't put the nail in the coffin and say bull run, but that's why we've been calling it a bull market. So we got these prices right here. So why is BTC pumping? Because we said so. It's not going to zero. But let's have some fun with the prices. As you guys can see, this chart has some horizontal lines from back in the day when I said that if we got above this and held a support, we were going to rock up. That price is at 26,000. Go check the receipts, please. Please go check the receipts. But nonetheless, we are here. What's going to happen with Bitcoin, right? I want people to keep themselves in check with the euphoria, right? In the short term, there's going to be some fluctuation. I'm looking on the weekly chart, and the reason I'm looking on the weekly is because if we can close the weekly above this like 51K right here, Bitcoin hasn't done that in a long time. So that to me signifies a continuation long term, right? But we start to layer the chart and we start to see something that plays out a little bit different, right? We can see I got some indicators on here and we'll break them down later on. But we start to see some selling signals. We're in the overbought area on the daily chart, but this is still an upward trend. This trend, you know, if you're looking at the trend lines, this is still a trend right here. This little channel right here. This is still legit. This is still real. Wherever you want to put this is a real channel right there, moving up like that. So all this is okay. And if you notice the red lines on this indicator I have, if it matches up and it stays within this channel, that is still very bullish for Bitcoin. So let's go ahead and layer the chart up some more and see what we got as far as time frames. I do believe that Bitcoin will hit for sure over 100K by the end of the year. We'll see some crazy numbers. Remember, I said it here on the channel. A lot of people are not doing that. Could there be a black swan event or something like that? Yeah, but I think they want this. I think they want it as bad as we want it now. I think it's a wrap. I think there's no more hiding that they want it. I think they got enough grip of what they wanted to hold on to, and I think it's go time now. Will they be pullbacks in the short term? I do believe so, because on this daily chart, like I said, I could see maybe if this candle turned red and, you know, closed into red, and maybe we pull back, but there's still a support line right here. So let's go ahead and mark this up, horizontal line, get these prices. So above 50K, of course, the psychological barriers, that's still bullish. So anything above this and consolidation, that's still good for Bitcoin. You know, anything staying in here, even if it came this way and went like that and shook some people out and about and then took back off, that's still bullish. Any of these lower channels, to be honest with you, we're not going to stop going. But in the short term, there will be some pullbacks. Where those pullbacks will be, let's check it out. Let's see what we got. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. It might not be pretty. You know, I've been seeing people, they're not saying the honest prices. They're being very optimistic. It can pull back. Bitcoin does that, right? All right, that's acting up. So let's just get to this horizontal. There is this potential. This one right here that we talked about, that's the 50K. That's like best case scenario. But there is this one a little bit lower, that 46K. And sometimes it's got to be that, right? Where it stings a little bit. Because that's really where they shake everybody out. And then they start to pump all over again. So that's a potential right there. We also have the potential right here, a little bit lower, which kind of makes sense because it's that halfway mark, that 45. So there's these two potentials right here where, you know, it could pull back in the short term, right? Short term, that meaning tomorrow, a couple days, anything like that. It could do any of that, but it can still continue to push up long term. But I just want people to pay attention to, you know, when there's these hard pushes, to make sure that you layer these up in time frames, because, you know, that's just how they get you. If you're holding long term, you don't got nothing to worry about, right? If you're long on Bitcoin, let me know down in the comments. Then you really don't got too much to worry about. But let's layer this chart up and let's see what we got with the supports we added and whatnot like that. So we could see that this was an important support, right? Boom, look at that buy signal right there. Buy signal right there. It held a support right there. Let's put one of our green arrows. Why do I always do that? Okay, there we go. You can see that it held support right here, and it was important for it. It did nonstop. So that 50K mark is that spot, right? We can see how I just respected that time and time again, where eventually said, well, since we're not going back underneath 50K, let's go and see if we can test its resistance. And that's exactly what it did. Let me know in the comments if you guys see this. This is what it did. It traded within this channel. It had all this resistance right here. It didn't go all the way up, but basically you can see where, you know, we're in this range, within this range right here. Once it broke right here, where if it was going to do one more tap to pull back to see if it was going to hold on, when it broke that, it had that continuation. So we're looking at this short pullbacks, let's say optimistic, and it just keeps rallying up. 55K. Bitcoin at 55K, just above 55K, pull back to 55K and continue to rally. That could happen right there in the short term. And Bitcoin can just say, forget everybody. We're out of here. We're not waiting on nobody no more. We're taking off right now. Right now is the time. It can just come down right here and consolidate and take right back off and make sure that it's going to close that weekly. I think that's what it's going to do. I think it's going to try to close the weekly above this right here, because it's like, it's dialed in basically. Oops. It's actually really dialed in for this, and it's never done that before. So that would be something extremely bullish overall for it to close above this when it has not closed above that on the weekly chart. There's 5 days to that. So, you know, you got to be mature on these trades and make sure that you guys are looking down the road. So if you guys don't have time to do that, make sure you guys tap in on the Money Bags Mansion. I think 50K is a reasonable spot where if it pulls back, it's all good. No big deal. Let's clear some of these up. So when we come back, we know what we're looking at. Because I think 50K is that marker. I think 50K is all good. Anything lower than that will obviously have some kind of retracement, but that's only in the short term. You know, you can't get too scared, because I guarantee everybody here was yelling when this happened, right? Anytime they see one little red candle, they're screaming on the top of their lungs like, Bitcoin's still going. It's not going to stop. So short term, let's call it 50K pullback right here. It could pull back a little bit harder. The second pullback would be that 45, that 46K right here where it was at before. So that's what we're looking at in the short term for Bitcoin. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Helps support the channel so I can keep dropping these videos for you guys. If you guys can't do that, continue to come back and experience the abundance of money with me. Until next time, you guys know what it is.